I remember the days when I was important, but no more, and I blame you. How about you stand in line because old Gus, well, he saw way more screen time than you did. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but it's not my fault. I'm just a puppet in all these crazy, crazy games, mother... Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and, things are back up to speed, I think. Which is a good thing for those of us who have some self-control, or can look at things and go, I may pass on that, or I'll put it on pre-order, but we'll see how it goes. It's not so great for those of us who are just like, with the wallet, just... But there is worse problems to have, I guess. I went into late night talk show host there for a second. Yes. Way back at the first of the year. What do you mean it's only been 2 weeks? Get out of here. We talked about the Bandai SH Figuarts Pac-Man. Such an odd but kick-ass looking action figure. I feel like Tamashii Nations did the best they could with a humanoid chomping tennis ball. I mean, that's essentially what it is, right? At the time, though, I somehow managed to skip over how much he costs, and it came back up because he was recently solicited for $20. That's right, $20. I saw it and I thought, damn, I don't remember saying $20, because if I had said $20 back then, I would have thought, oh, that's an amazing price for an SH Figuarts figure. And that's domestic price. If you go overseas to like Ami, they have it listed for $17.30. And that's the current currency rate. That may change over the next few days. $20 for a Bandai release. That's... Another thing we previously talked about, in fact I think it was last week, was the Plunderstrong. This is a bigger and beefier version of those ornery Plunderlings. Over the past week though, the Plunderlings team has continued with the teases like a full body shot, giving us an idea of the full just Plunderstrong. The torso articulation may be hidden under a rubber pec piece, so whenever it crunches down, kind of works seamlessly. And then the Plunderstrong in full-on captain gear with the jacket hanging off the shoulders, the hat, it just adds to the overall look, and it's kind of amazing. The more I see it, the more I want it. You know, like any good toy line. But that's not all. They're also playing around with the idea of an in-between size for a plunder person. They haven't come out and said it, but given the description of each of the pictures they've posted on Instagram, I'm gonna guess this is called the Plunderlong. I've waited here for you, Plunderlong. They seem to be taller but thinner, and from the pictures I get this idea that they're a bit more calculating. Whereas the Plunderlings are playfully mischievous, and then the Plunderstrong is big and burly, the Plunderlongs I think are older and wiser. A bit more reserved, but still down to cause some havoc. Again, this is just the Plunderlings team throwing ideas out there, throwing out teases, keeping the ball rolling off the, well, they've sold out of the Plunderlings, so just keep the momentum going, and we'll see where this goes. This week, NECA posted more promotional images for their upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, Rat King and Vernon 2-pack. Nothing we didn't already know, just the figures in scenes and looking awesome. I feel like with new pictures, we should be on the lookout for this to hit target soon, but not until after we see some reissues of some older 2-packs. NECA said starting next week, keep your eyes open for Trag and Granitor, Xerix and Zork, and the Triceraton and Roadkill Rodney packs to be hitting targets again. Hopefully in bigger numbers like we saw with the Splinter and Baxter pack. I don't know about anybody else's area because I haven't had a chance to go to anybody else's area in a while, but at my Target I saw 3 of the Splinter and Baxter packs on the shelf, and that's unheard of around here. Hopefully 2021 is the year that it gets easier on that front, because here's more of NECA's cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles items that we knew were coming, but now I feel like I should say leaked solicitation pictures show us what accessories they come with. The Punk Frogs will have weapons, communicators, alternate heads, disguises, and their original forms. Muckman, of course, has Joe Eyeball along with a rifle and an alternate mouth. That's awesome. I remember the pictures that Trevor sent us for the Fwooshcast interview, and I remember Muckman having 2 different looks, but it didn't click in my brain why or how he had those different looks. Chrome Dome, besides being huge, will have a computer, a belt, a pistol, and swords. And then Mondo Gecko comes with a rifle, some loot, a gecko, and the greatest accessory of all, Kerma. The major accessories that seem to be missing from all these pictures are alternate hands. I'm 95% sure that they will include other hands so that they can grip or hold some of the accessories they come with. I mean, it's only common sense. It's pretty standard, and a lot of the accessories can't be used without the proper phalanges. No release info yet. In fact, we probably weren't meant to see these pictures yet anyway, but we should find out soon. NECA did say something about having an event in February. I don't know if January 12th was always meant to be Mezco's 1/12th day, but when I saw that I thought, oh, that's clever. Like my birthday being Mario Day. It's something I would have never thought of, and even though they may have announced it before, you got to tell me a couple times before it actually sticks in the old brain pan. For this week's 1/12th day, though, we get a new version of the Taco Supreme Batman dubbed Darkest Dawn. It's always darkest before the dawn. It's mostly the same as the original version, but it has different overlays on the cloth, and it is blue this time around. But not as bright a blue as the PX version. As far as accessories go, it includes all the weapons and extras that we saw with the Shadow edition of this Batman. Hands, batarangs, blasters, grapplers, sour cream, a smoke plume, interchangeable capes with and without wire. And then besides 5 interchangeable heads, you also have 3 magnetic options for the chest logo. All for $95, which is no $20 for an SH Figuarts figure. I still can't believe that price, but it is better than some other recent 1/12 collective figures. Flip side, it better be cheaper because of all the reuse from previous versions of this exact same figure. Is it just 3? Are there more? Am I missing one? And while I'm on the subject, come on, Mez, can we get a Robin? Just one? Believe me, it'll sell, because all the Bat fans who have bought the 67 different versions of Batman you've put out, they need a Grayson, or a Todd, or a Drake, or a Damian. Just one. But as far as Mr. Darkest Dawn here goes, it was a Mezco exclusive, so it was up for pre-order for about 20 minutes. You can still get on the wait list, though, and it's said to ship this month. I still haven't got too deep into the boys, but Medicom continues to tease Mafex versions of characters from the show like Billy Butcher and Laser Baby. And I only know that because I saw this picture on social media with comments like, OMG, it's Billy Butcher and Laser Baby, crying emoji. So if that's wrong, don't blame me. I'm sure it's the boys though, since it has the boys right there on the front of the picture. World's Greatest Detective. The Super 7 Conan, I don't want to do it. Ultimate! Wave 1 have arrived at Super 7, and they should start shipping out to customers any day now. And along with that, they also posted this as a tease, saying, next week. What could it be? Could it be Wave 2? Could it be a one-off thing? Just an extra something? I don't know. Next week. This week, Todd keeps true to his word by revealing the McFarlane Toys Gold Label Wave 2. Gold Label is Walmart exclusive, so take that as you will, but people have been finding the Wave 1 Mandarin Spawn and what's the other? The Witcher and the original design Batman, so they're getting out there. That doesn't mean much region to region, but they do seem easier to get than some of the Star Wars Black Series exclusives. Boom! Work Star Wars into the weekly. Yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you. For the next assortment, there is the Warhammer 40k Primaris Lieutenant, all looking spiffy and red. That made me a heretic for calling him spiffy. But I do like that there are sculptural differences here. It's harder to tell if I can say the same about the gold Red Death, though. I don't know if it's a comic accurate thing, or if it's just gold for the sake of being gold like we've seen with other figures in this line, but next time I'm calling it Gold Death, because it makes no sense, Gold Red Death. Finally, the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn that Todd calls Bumblebee colors. I was gonna say it was gold too, since that seems to be the theme of this whole series, but it looks more yellow. Either way, perfectly acceptable for an alternate game skin. Pre-order should be open soon though for $20 a pop, just like that SH Figuarts Pac-Man. $20. Unfortunately, something that's not $20 a pop anymore is Marvel Legends. This week, Hasbro had a Marvel Monday, and the reveal was a fan channel She-Hulk. The figure reuses that gray She-Hulk we got in... what wave was that? I can't remember. And while it's not very classic looking, I've always liked that body, and I really don't mind seeing it in green. It's very modern feeling. It's bodybuilder-ish. Don't get me wrong, I still want to see that She-Hulk in the big curly hair and the purple and white costume, or even Fantastic Four, but this is what Fan Channel was made for, just easy repaints and reuse. And with the She-Hulk show coming and hints of Fantastic Four stuff, I have no doubt in my mind that we'll see a more classic version down the line. We do get a new calm, non-action haired Jennifer Head, but it seems kind of odd on the action-y torn, shredded body, but at the same time, I need to see it in different contexts, different poses. Options are good. If you don't like it, don't use it. I don't care for the darker green joints though. It stands out against the lighter green of the body, but hopefully that's just a factory thing that they can fix before this comes out in August. Which seems like kind of a wait for one of these releases, but at the same time, maybe this year is going to slow down a bit. Maybe they're going to put some space in between releases. But the biggie is the increased MSRP of $22.99. It's something we've been seeing creep up to for a while. We've been expecting it, but to finally see it, it's a shock. It's like, what? 23 bucks? Makes you think about easing off toy buying a bit, or maybe that's why they're going to start spacing things. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? All we can do is pick our battles. This is going to be another weird year. I almost do not want to talk about G.I. Joe Classified series, considering the current flustercluck of the Cobra Island releases, but at least this news is about the mainline, right? Yeah. Oh, hell, even those are tough to get at times. It does look like Hasbro is finally shipping out those straight cases of Wave 1 to online retailers, though. That's a good thing, given how long some of those pre-orders have been open. Oddly enough, though, Dorkside Toys revealed that their straight cases of Scarlet were actually the new redecoed version. Back when Zartan and the mainline Cobra Trooper were solicited, it was said that Scarlet and Roadblock would be also showing up in those cases, which was weird since they were just in Wave 1. But the pictures sent along with that revealed that Scarlet and Roadblock would have new paint decos. More natural colors, no oddball blues and reds, and in Scarlet's case, a new face print and darker hair to make her look a bit older. Hasbro said that the straight cases would not have these new versions, but Scarlet showed up as that new version, but not Roadblock. There's also a pic floating around of Duke in the new muted color schemes, but that hasn't been confirmed yet. That's just one picture I've seen on social media, not directly from Hasbro. I would like it to happen, but I'm not getting my hopes up yet. G.I. Joe, so much hopes. So things are still up in the air, but the plastic is getting out there. Did I rhyme that? That was an accident. No. Another slight glimmer of hope for the G.I. Joe Classified series line this week. Dorkside Toys updated the pre-order pages for some upcoming figures. Most importantly, the card backs. For Zartan, the leader of the Dreadnoks was added to the character montage on the back, along with Beachhead, the Cobra Trooper, the Viper, and Firefly. The Cobra Island crew. I've always theorized that the Target exclusive crew would make it to the main line somehow, and the solicitation of the Cobra Trooper hopefully is just the beginning of that. The regular release has a lighter blue uniform, more paint details to the vest, way better face printing, but loses the arm wrap thing, the goggles, and the long rifle. Honestly, I like the look of the regular release better. I know they stripped a little bit away, but the gray to break up the black mass of the vest, so much better. And looking closer at Zartan's card back, enhance. Enhance. Could we see the same for the Viper? The Target release has black knee pads and boots. The card back has red with gold trim. It's harder to tell with Beachhead. He looks exactly the same, just missing the beret, but maybe a mainline will have a different shade of green? Something? Some added camouflage somewhere? Firefly does have some prominent color changes though. Mostly, well, from what we can see, it's just the, torso up, but on the back of the arm, that padding is black, and then the grays for the camo, that's a much darker gray, right? Maybe? I know that's not much to go on, especially since we haven't seen the Baroness from this picture with the purple highlights and the gold armor, but I gotta think it's gonna be easier at some point in the future. It's gotta. Or this line is just gonna die a fiery, miserable death because people are gonna get sick of its shit. On a more positive note though, on the Flint and Lady J card back, they've been added right dead center of the picture, but if you travel north, there's Major Blood making a surprise appearance. That makes him and the Alley Vipers the only unconfirmed characters for this line. Could that be the next wave after Flint and Lady J? Or we've seen this formula, a well-known secondary character along with an army builder. Could this be Cobra Island Wave 3? God damn it, Hasbro! And that's it for this week, at least so far. I am recording this a little bit early, so if something pops up, we'll talk about it next week. If you're interested in seeing any of these pictures closer without me all in front of them, just $20. That's a crazy price. I'll be posting all of that, plus links to more information and pre-orders on the Fwoosh front page Saturday at noon. And I think I've talked about this before. I don't want to be frustrated with the G.I. Joe Classified series line, but it is frustrating, right? I mean, I'm not the crazy person here. But I also understand that there's probably a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff going on. Most importantly, the Snake Eyes movie getting pushed back and just screwballing plans that they've had for a whole year or more. Maybe the Target stuff was the only way to get stuff out quick, and then Target went, oh, there's no movie hype behind this. We are not going to order as much as you want us to. And maybe that was the same for Wave 1. And we've also seen the Redecos where Hasbro went, oh, there is a lot of bitching online. Let's change it up a bit. Give those people what they want too. So that takes time. Factories, pandemic, things going on. Other lines going through factories. Marvel Legends, Star Wars, Power Rangers, Transformers. Just hopefully when the movie hits, things will ramp back up. Get back in this groove of things. So all we can do is sit back and watch. Hope for the best. If you enjoyed this Fwoosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe. Much love to the plus if you're interested in seeing videos early or just in a position to help out the channel. Patreon.com. But wherever you may be watching this, I'll catch you on the Fwoosh. Hello, I've waited here for you. Plunderlong. World's greatest detective. It's always darkest before the dawn. Once I do Batman, I can't hardly do anything else.